Migrants from Ukraine waiting for entry to the United States here in San Diego. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Jesse Pagan. Tonight, a teenage girl brought here by family and friends is sitting in a detention camp.
News 8's Steve Fiorina talked with a woman who tried to bring the girl into the U.S. about their journey here and her fears about having to leave the girl at the border.
There is sympathy for Ukrainian refugees, but there's also protocols. And that's resulted in a teenager without her parents being held here. The girl in the white jacket is 17-year-old Liza Krasulia, a refugee from Ukraine, traveling through Mexico to the U.S. border in hopes of asylum, accompanied by a friend of her mother, Molly Sarosky, in black. They made it to the border crossing in San Isidro, where Sarosky, who is a United States citizen, was permitted entry. But Liza was detained.
She's terrified. She's a child. She's alone, separated from her family.
Molly says Liza called her Wednesday night from custody, very upset.
She's being treated like a prisoner, not a refugee of war, and that she's in a cell with no windows with 25 other refugees.
Molly's parents are Ukrainian, and she has many friends and relatives back in the war zone. She offered to escort her mother's friend's daughter to safety, but their documents weren't enough to get the girl through.
My heart is breaking because I promised to take care of Natalie's daughter.
There are other pictures of her journey that she shared. Molly's working with an attorney, but there are no guarantees. And both are dealing with strong emotions.
She was on the verge of tears, and I was controlling myself on the phone with her to try to keep her calm, and we're fighting right now to reunite.
We spoke with Border Angels immigration attorney and executive director Dulce Garcia. She couldn't speak to this specific case, but gave us insight.
I imagined they're going through a process of finding out who this person is that presented at the port of entry with the child, to see if that person will be the guardian taking care of her here in the U.S. and whether it's safe to reunite them.
She said that usually takes a few days, if not weeks. Molly, meanwhile, is beside herself with worry.
I brought Lisa to take care of her in a country with no war, and she's been taken from me. So it's an absolutely terrible situation.
We will stay on top of this and report any developments. Again, it could take days or weeks. Steve Fiorina, CBS 8 News.